So if we're going to give a reasonable argument for the Christian faith, and specifically the Catholic faith, reasonability with the near-death experiences, go to the arguments for the existence of God. But last class we talked about liar, lunatic, or Lord. There's something different about Jesus. Everybody acknowledges that he's a good man, that he's a prophet, that he was wise, that he was smart. But many people want to say that he's not God, but that's not very reasonable, because if he was a good prophet, if he was somebody that influenced everybody, but he said he was God, then you can't just throw out the main claim that he made. You have to say he's crazy or God. You can't say he's both a great teacher and God. And so now we're making this funneling effect where we say there is life after death, and there's these weird phenomena that happen in the world that material universe just doesn't give explanation for. And we have arguments for the existence of a God. And now we have this man whose name is Jesus, and he's very unique. Today, I want to talk a little bit about what C.S. Lewis calls the scandal of particularity. And I think we all struggle with the scandal of particularity. And scandal comes from the Greek word scandal, which means a rock that you trip over. And a particularity means like individuality or a single piece. Best examples of the scandal of particularity is when it comes to marrying someone. We all have an idea of who we want to marry in our head, what we want them to be like. We want them to be beautiful, smart, intelligent, wise, kind, good, holy, perfect, right? But then we look around in the world and it's very difficult to find that person. So we can make the choice and say, as long as she's not perfect or he's not beautiful, then we're not going to get married. If you wait for the perfect person to marry, you may not ever get married, because there are no perfect people. So you have to make a choice. You have to choose one. You can't just choose perfection. That's an idea. You have to choose one. And this is one of the things when it comes to religion and philosophy and what you stake your life on. So you see, everybody stakes their life on some idea or something, whether it's that riches will make you happy, or whether it's Jesus Christ rose from the dead and there's a heaven after we live, or whether it's pleasure is the only good. There is an idea by which you live, and you've chosen it either knowingly or unknowingly, but you've chosen an idea to live your life by. And lots of times we want to say that we're not going to choose. And, I have this funny picture here of the people after a football game and their team lost and they're very sad. But on the other hand, we have a team that won and they're very happy. And sometimes it's easier for us to say, I'm not going to pick a team and then I won't be too sad. And it's a very cowardice way to live life. As long as I don't pick, then I won't be too sad. As long as I don't commit, then I'll never be too sad. And we do this with faith too. So I want to challenge you to try and step out of that concept, step out of that idea, that safe idea, that cowardice idea that says, I'm not going to make a choice and that way I won't be let down. Because you might not be let down, but you won't have fun either. You won't enjoy. You won't have the good that comes with it. If you get to know 1 million people, let's say someone's goal in life was to get to know 1 million people. Well, they're not going to get to know any of them very well. That's what I want to invite you to with philosophy or an idea. Specifically, I'm asking you to do that with the Catholic faith. I'm asking you to say, I want to challenge myself to really commit to this faith. If someone was to be lost in the woods and they say, well, it could be that way, 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 and they just go in circles. Could be that way, it could be that way. Eventually, that's not going to get you anywhere. And you're right. If you go in that direction, you may be going further away from where you intend to be. But if you don't go in one direction, you're never going to even find out whether you've gone in the wrong way or the right way. So you have to start walking some way. And that's the scandal. It could hurt. You could trip. But it's worth it, because it's going to do nothing to just go in circles. And we'll carry this on in the next couple of days with how it applies even more to the Catholic faith. God bless.
Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Why do you do it? Why? Why get up? Why keep fighting? You believe you're fighting for something, for more than your survival? Can you tell me what it is? Do you even know? Is it freedom or truth? Perhaps peace? Could it be for love? Illusions, Mr. Anderson, vagaries of perception. Temporary constructs of a feeble human intellect trying desperately to justify an existence that is without meaning or purpose. And all of them as artificial as the Matrix itself. Although only a human mind can invent something as insipid as love. You must be able to see it, Mr. Anderson. You must know it by now. You can't win. It's pointless to keep fighting. Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Why do you persist?
Because I choose to.